Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is going to be something a little different. I mean, last videos I made have been forever ago, so it's not like a shock or anything. What I want to present to you guys today is just what I love personally, which is just designing, like 3D designing and just building. Um, and what I'd like to show you guys is just what I've been doing in SolidWorks, just when I have some spare time. Um, this is probably one of my favorite builds I've done. I haven't done that many, and just because they take a lot of time, because I just got to make it perfect, pretty much. So this is obviously a Dead Space plasma cutter. Um, this is the design from the remake. Um, this took, I don't even know. It's hard to estimate how long it takes. It's just I kind of enjoy just sinking in time and putting in all the little details. Even though how painful each tiny detail is, it can be very fun just putting the whole thing together. Because as you can see, it looks phenomenal. This isn't to scale. I mean, I never really took actual dimensions. I just kind of based off of proportionality. So it's not exact. It's rough estimate. It's a bit bigger than like a full sheet of normal paper, like printer paper. So like pretty much just like a giant rectangle. So I mean you can use that for size, just like reference. Um, I also made it where this is still able to turn. You have your alt mode. You have your little lasers where you'll be shooting from. Obviously, put it up. Yeah, we put it together. It looks amazing. Stop fighting. There you go. I put in a lot of just detail work, especially with like the wording and stuff. I don't think I got it exactly. I mean, there's probably still small stuff I'm missing, but I mean, this is pretty much it. Just how great it looks all together. The way I did this, sure, whatever. Um, so the way I did this specifically was I made multiple parts. Nothing like how it is like in the actual real world, obviously, like in the game series. I just kind of made it based off of what I saw from like pictures and models. So obviously you got like the battery, or like the MO from the game. Have that as an individual piece. Then I got the cylinder base. This I kept as a separate piece so that I could actually use the concentricity, I guess. I don't know best way to put it. This is what allows the front like frame to move side to side. Technically, I could restrict it and it won't move, but I mean, I just like it like that because obviously in the game, it's just a standard little cylindrical piece from the gun, technically tool. All right, here's the front frame. This is where the that little dial goes pretty much, and you see where the lasers, and then these are just the I don't know attachment points for the what I call them, the rotational plates. Yeah, I didn't really know what to call those. Yeah, I did a lot of just small detail work on the frame just to make it look like as realistic as possible. All right, let's see. Next one, the handle. The handle, I say, was definitely the most grueling, mainly because of all of these. All these grooves took way too long, and I had to readjust them to make it look right. And man, it took a lot of time. But I think it looks pretty good. Definitely this back part. I know this should stick out a little more, but I don't want to mess with it because it's just gonna screw up some of the dimensioning, and I think it looks good enough. The trigger itself is probably a little bigger than the actual one, but I mean, regardless, it still looks pretty damn good. And you have this bottom part. I don't really know what this bottom part is exactly. I know in the original design it was actually different. It wasn't like connected on the bottom, but I just really like the remake. That game is amazing. Um, and then here's the rear frame, and then you got this part where the cylinder goes in. Yeah, you got the Schofield tools, a little battery, the cables. Yeah, this one wasn't too bad. It's probably like second easiest to make. There's probably still plenty more I can do. 'Cause I mean, your work is never done. I could definitely make it even more fancy, but this is just where I'm at. Yeah, and then here's just the single plate, which I'll just have four in. Yeah, these are pretty simple, just mainly detail work, just to make it look realistic. And yeah, I put them all together in the main assembly, and it turns out pretty good. I try to get the colors to match pretty well. I'm on my laptop, so it's not as clean as like my main work PC, but I mean, it still works pretty good. So yeah, this thing's amazing. Um, I'll show you what I was working on like after. It was the pulse rifle. I still haven't gone too far into it. Okay, yes, I know. Obviously, it's still very much a work in progress. I was just pretty much getting the basic like frame, like, because I just want to get the proportionality right first of all. Because once it's proportional, then I can start adding the tire stock, which is very weird looking. I never realized how strange the pulse rifle is till like trying to build it, and it's not working right now. But this is obviously where I would have it. I was planning having right here, and that's how it's gonna rotate up and down, kind of thing. Obviously, a lot more work needs to be done, but same thing on this one. I have multiple parts. There's probably gonna be a few more I'm gonna need to add just to just to make it right. And then those were just dead space projects. Another thing, this is just kind of saying this is why I started with 3D designing because I just thought it'd be fun. I just really love the Judge Dredd movie. I thought it was a very underrated movie. That thing's amazing. So I just wanted to recreate the badge from it. This was the first one I made, and it kind of just got me into like continually design stuff I love and like a series I love kind of thing. Technically, these could be 3D printed. I don't think this is to scale, but I don't really care. I just kind of make it just for the model. And then just based off of pure joy for the Judge Dredd, I also just made my own kind of version where I mean it's nothing super fancy or cool. I just kind of wanted like take the basic design of like the standard badge and then add my little twist to it and just put jury executioner judge. It's kind of funny. It's a little neat. I don't know. This was just something goofy I did at work. Let's see. I do have. I guess I can go based on this. This is also just real work in project, like a progress, I should say. Um, it's just a little like jet thing. This is nothing fancy. It's just like a basic model that would be kind of cool to replicate in Trailmakers because I also love building in that. I just love building vehicles in general and tools. Let's see. And then I got the car. This this thing's kind of old. It's not the best looking, I'd say. It's very flat. I didn't realize this until like after I was done. And I was like, I forgot I have curves into the car, and I was just, it's just flat all the way around. But I mean, I tried making it as fancy as I could. I kind of like, I went for the Camaro, like, what is it, the 80s Camaro design, pretty much, kind of with like a DeLorean, like a weird ass spoiler. I was also kind of inspired by Cyberpunk. That's kind of where I got like these long ass taillights. Like the whole thing is a taillight, pretty much. I'm not sure why the doors isn't the same color, but that's weird. The interior still needs more work. I mean, the interior looks decent for now. I kind of have the basic, but the steering wheel personally is just it's really short, like to the ground. I need to raise it up or something, or build a better steering column. So right now it's just at an angle. Yeah, it's it's kind of all I got. There's no axles or anything, just wheels free floating, of course. Yeah, just a kind of car. I definitely want to try to perfect this design and maybe, I don't know, make it look more modern or, not like a rectangular box with glass. It's like a coffin, but yeah, it's funny. Yeah, this is just what I've been working on. I don't know, I enjoyed doing these things. I thought you guys would have loved to see this, and yeah, I appreciate you guys watching.